What's up? What's good? What's popping? It's your girl Irene, the motherfucking Passion Queen, and we back in the Queendom, where we talk about life, love, sex, and everything in between, with a heavy focus on BDSM and the BIPOC community. What's good? What's cracking? How y'all doing? Hopefully, everybody had a good week from last week to now, and hopefully, y'all ready for some good conversation. So if you were here last week, hopefully, you got a chance to check out the video that we watched last week, where this couple had a situation basically where the wife secretly recorded a video of them having sex. The husband found it in a very public situation when he was at Lowe's trying to pick up some stuff for the house. And he was highly embarrassed. And just the way that they communicated about it, in my personal opinion, was absolutely horrible. She didn't listen to him. He was very frustrated. I don't think he he was closed off to what her idea or experience was, or what her thought process was, but she also was very closed off to trying to hear what he was talking about as well. So we're going to go ahead and extend this communication conversation, and I brought my good sis Kay Simone back in the building.
Hey y'all.
What up, Mr. Smell Good? Welcome in, welcome in.
Hey,
And
Mrs. Smith.
y'all, yes. And make sure y'all, if y'all got questions, y'all got comments, please pop them in the comments, because baby, we is here to have a good time.
And make sure
Uh,
y'all hit that like button when you're coming in the building. Share the live, share the podcast, all that good stuff, y'all.
yes, yes. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Send
Yes,
send
Lord.
everything out.
Or tell
Um,
somebody that you know needs some communication in their life, because they just terrible at it. So tell them to
oh child.
copy link, text message. Let's go.
Listen, because sometimes you gotta be like, hey, I think this will be,
Listen.
real good for you to come
Yes.
listen to. So if you all don't follow myself in case I'm on TikTok, then you all missed us hopping on TikTok live after the show last week.
Mm-hmm.
And child, I don't know how long we was up there, but we had some good ass conversation. You hear
We did.
me?
We
We
did.
had some good ass conversations stemming around this whole communication
Yes.
thing. And I think one of the cool things, because Casey and I have had several conversations around a whole lot of topics, just
Mm-hmm.
life, relationships, and everything else, right?
Yes, Lord.
Um, and I think one of the biggest things that we both agree on is that our next relationship, which better
Mm-hmm.
be our marriages, okay,
You better speak on it.
because ain't nobody got time to be out there playing with you
Ain't
for the rest of
nobody
our
got
lives.
time for these ladies grown sons.
Okay. But one of the biggest things that we both definitely agree on is that we want our next relationship to be safe,
Mm-hmm.
not only for ourselves, but we also want our partners to be safe. I
Yes.
think both of us are very, very big on pouring into a black man. Let me
Yes,
go and
Lord.
say it how it is. We are very big on pouring into a black man,
Yes, Lord.
because ain't nothing like him, Jesus.
Good Lord. I don't know why you equipped them the way you did, Lord, but let's just take a moment.
And say thank you. And say thank you. I ain't mad at him. Baby, he did his big one with black men. You hear me?
He did his
Kiss.
big one. Black man, we love you. I don't care what TikTok, Instagram say. We love you.
I don't give a fuck what the rest of these bitches on social media talking about, baby.
Hearts up. Hearts up, black man. Hearts up. Yep, it's going to be one of them nights.
Oh, y'all. Okay, we gonna try and stay focused, y'all. We gonna try and stay focused. Sorry.
Communication. Communication.
Communication. But
Mm-hmm.
a big part of that is creating that safety, because one of the things that I cannot stand,
Mm-hmm.
and I see a lot of black women do it. And let me give a caveat, baby. I'm not here to bash one side nor the other, but I'm a speak the truth, and I'm gonna call a spade a spade. I hate with every fiber of my being seeing a situation where a black man finally decided to open up to a woman and bare his heart and his soul. And the moment she gets mad, she uses it against him as
Every.
ammunition.
Oh, God.
I hate it. And I hate it because I've experienced it not only in relationships, but I've experienced it from friendships.
Mm,
And baby,
mm.
that's why if you watch, you notice that my friend group is
It's like
bitch.
that ain't even a circle. It's like a dot.
You know, that motherfucker is not expensive.
Dot.
And
It
I'm talking about people that you know can like motherfuckers can call my phone.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
That's
saying? They not hitting me up on social media all the time. I'm talking about the people that can call my phone.
my
It's very,
fault.
very small.
Exactly.
But I feel like the world is already against us, against black men.
Mm-hmm.
The worst thing you could do is get into a relationship to create
Mm.
what this man feels is a safe space, and then basically just throw it in his face the first chance you get because you done got
Yeah,
to get because you mad.
that's true.
I cannot stand it. It is probably one of, if not the worst thing you could probably ever do.
And then it's already tough enough. Especially like I hate to use the word good woman, but I feel like we are good women. Especially when you have cultivated that space for so long. And it's like he keeps bringing up a past situation. It's like, baby, I'm not your past. Like I understand. I understand what happened in the past. I understand the people that you dealt with in the past. But it's like you have so many walls up and barriers up because of what happened. And again, women do it too. We both do it. But it's like it's harder for a man. It's so much harder to cultivate the heart of a man when he has been broken and when he has been hurt, because that's like getting through a brick wall. And then like for you to do that much work to get past that space just to throw that back in his face or to hurt him, he's never going to do it again.
Never.
he's never he's never going to do it again. So it's like, even like last week when we were talking about um um when one of the hosts was like, hey, when Rashad was like, it's a lot of men that don't have this platform to even, say or talk about their feelings and what they feel. And
Hmm.
that is so very true. And it's like, in relationships, we look to men to be our knight in shining armor. We want him to be our safe space. We want him to be our provider. But it's like, also, what are we doing for them though? Are we a place that he can feel safe to just lay his head down? And they honestly don't even need that much. They just want a deep breath, a couple of beard rubs, back rubs, and some wop dop boop dop wop bam boom, and some
Hey,
and some food. And it's like, just let him exhale for a minute and feel safe. And it's like, I wish a lot more of us understood creating that space for men as well as them creating that space for us, because it is so very important. And y'all be trying to do everything. Y'all be thinking, listen, y'all be thinking that it's the poom poom that get that man to love you the way. That's
don't get me wrong.
Mike
It be
once.
it,
That's
it
not
be a
it.
little. It's like a cherry on top, but that ain't it.
It is. Because you got to
But
understand, like, although you feel like that you the best that ever, but you got to understand, it's 7 million other women that got the same equipment that you got. At the end of the day, we all want the person that we can't live without, that we can't stop thinking about, that we want and desire every single freaking day. And it's like creating that safe space for each other creates that chemistry. And then, like sis said last week, don't be afraid to create a friend bond first. It's like we want to hop into everything so quickly. And it's like that
hmm,
friend bond right there, baby, it,
listen,
it turns
it's
into something luscious. I ain't even
it does. It
gonna
hit different. It
it
hit different when I can be
does.
your friend. It really does because I feel like when I can be your friend first,
Mhm.
even just the level of fun that we have is a
Yeah.
lot more carefree.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I know some people still sit out there and be like, I don't understand how people call they partner, like whoever they're in a relationship with, their best friend. Bruh, I get it. I get it because I want the person that I want to spend the rest of my life with. You need to
Hmm.
be. I want to spend time with you all the time. Because baby, let me tell you, if he calls, I love y'all.
I'm at.
I gotta go. I ain't gonna give a damn what you say about me.
Y'all ain't gotta go home,
I'm
but you gotta get the hell up out of here.
okay.
Right? I ain't playing
Like
with you.
fuck y'all, cause y'all not gonna do what he finna do and do kiss my ass.
And
Okay.
it ain't gonna feel the same either. It's
Oh,
not gonna feel the same.
Cause
But I
y'all
feel
ain't
like
got
I
them
feel like we both
hands
can
and
agree though, when you create a friend space first and then you accidentally fall in love. Like I've been there before, but you just
child.
accidentally, because the chemistry is so amazing, the conversation, and you know why? Because you go in without an expectation, and that's what people don't understand. Like when you go in without an expectation and you just let things organically flow, baby, that stuff feel like.
Listen, that is the definition of devil cox. How did you get here? Cause what the fuck? You ass was not supposed to be here. Please and
Not
thank you.
supposed to be here at all. We was not
Okay?
supposed to, you know.
This is not what was supposed to be happening. I don't remember signing up for this,
Nope.
but we here now.
We were just talking about little stuff. Like we were just talking about regular stuff. All of a sudden, this
No.
we
Right.
here.
Anyway, um,
I'm talking about myself. I don't know. I'm talking about myself.
I ain't saying shit.
I'm talking
We
about myself.
moving
You
on.
do what you want.
Anyway,
Y'all know I tell all my business. I do not care what y'all think. I love y'all. Hearts up, but I don't care.
fair point. I still be holding shit close to the vest a lot of times.
Listen,
I mean,
because y'all listen, because no matter what I say, you still don't know who's in my guts.
hey, glory be to God. Y'all got some assumptions, but you don't know for sure.
Oh, Cody, y'all don't know. I can say what I want. You still don't know who it is in my guts.
Oh, this is about to be a hell of a show, Jesus. Sorry.
Ooh. Okay, I'm sorry. Continue.
Girl, listen, listen.
But that's the beautiful thing about social media is that we give y'all 20, but there's a whole 80% that y'all be trying to investigate, y'all be trying to figure out. But let me tell you,
Be
baby,
listening and
listen,
peeping.
there's boundaries to this thing. There's social media boundaries to this thing. And
And y'all don't be having a wristband for the access. But that's beside the point.
you know.
That's beside the point. So, okay, come on, because let's go back. Okay, so another thing about being able to create a safe space for your partner is it is, in my opinion, let me start there before somebody feel like they need to tussle. In my opinion, it is extremely important to create a safe space for your partner, not only just for the emotional aspect, but it will heighten your sex life to the umpteenth degree. Because if you can, as a woman, if you can create a non judgmental safe space for that man to be like, baby, I want you to, I want you to give me a rim job. If you don't know what a rim job is, it is basically what somebody is eating your ass. Okay? Because right. Because listen, I ordered the combo. I want the full meal, the family platter. Anyway,
She wants salt all around that rim. Go ahead. That's why I think we was having this conversation one time on TikTok about about I call it the bridge area. And then when you have to be
the gooch,
the gooch,
the perineum
um
for
it takes
for
a
those that
special
need the
type of
technical term.
bond for that man to let you cross over the bridge. Okay? To stand
True.
on the bridge. So yeah. And then I love, like you said, when you get in that comfortable space, I love to honestly, there is nothing more amazing to me because I love pleasure. I love to be slightly dominant at times. But when a man just lays back and let you just let his body be your playground. And a lot of women do
Sure.
not understand that takes a lot for a man to do. That takes a lot because they always want to be number one. They think they coming into the bedroom, they gotta beat it up and all this other stuff. But for them to just lay back and let you do what you do, and on top of this, be completely satisfied is a lot. That's the ending part, ladies. That they have to be completely satisfied. Like I have not let you penetrate my vagina and you've come twice already. That's
Hey,
what I'm
glory,
trying because you're
glory.
here. So, and this is why I always talk about exploring that person mentally and physically and emotionally because you know his spots. exactly, what to say, exactly what to whisper in his ear, exactly the places to touch. And that comes with communication. And a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people do not understand that. It's like, okay, well, tell me what your boundaries are. Tell me what, it is. Tell me what your triggers are also, because men, a lot of men have triggers that we don't even understand that they have triggers because things happen in their past. But again,
Right.
that comes with communication. And once you guys have reached that point of communication where y'all both are very sexually comfortable, emotionally comfortable, and mentally comfortable with each other,
Girl, the shit be
it's just disgustingly wet and nasty. And that's how I
mm.
prefer it. I don't know about nobody else out there in TV land, but I prefer if that man don't give me that. It's like I said last week. If you don't give me the things that I know in my head that I want from you before I start, I'm not satisfied. And I know,
Listen,
like I said, my whole mission in life at this point,
listen. All I want to do,
to speak on is this.
I want a big fine man just to empty his nuts on a regular basis and feel his gut. That's it.
Girl,
Stroke his head. Anyway.
if I don't get that, oh, out of you at least.
Child, I ain't doing my job. I feel some type of way. I gotta go in
Something
the
about
overdrive.
that long F.
I got to go into. I gotta go into overdrive now. Now I gotta show the fuck out. Now I gotta do shit that I ain't never even thought about doing.
Listen. At this
Cause no,
point,
you're not gonna do me like that.
listen. At this point, we gonna be drinking tea and having throat coat for the rest of
Hey,
the week. Cause
okay. Listen, if I come up horse one day, don't ask no questions. All right, all right.
mind your
Um,
business.
mind your motherfucking business. Just know that man got a big ass smile on his face. All right, all right.
Listen, and you know what? Again, like I feel like that goes back to communication. When y'all have both reached that point, y'all want to see each other in that mode. Because guarantee you, ladies, when you do that, he's gonna get you back.
Baby, competition is so beautiful.
And you like
Cause
that. Like
when
I
it's in that
enjoy
moment, you
competitive. I
listen.
love
You fuck
competitive.
around.
I love competition in bed, and I love competition in giving. And it ain't got to be something massive, but it's just like the fact that I thought about you and you thought about me. But competition in bed. Oh my
It hit on a different level because you be in the midst of doing what the fuck you doing. You know I'm gonna get you back right, baby. If you
I
didn't feel
take a
that
break.
way,
I don't
if you
take a
didn't
break.
feel it, listen. If you didn't feel that way from what I'm doing, then I'm doing something wrong. I keep
No,
trying to tell you.
because
Listen,
I feel like tell me which one you think is worse, our get back or what we did.
define worse because both of them sound absolutely amazing to me.
I
Like
mean, I feel like sometimes the
I'm
get
here
back
for it
for me.
all.
I mean, it's amazing, but I feel like, brother, you ain't have to do me like that,
But listen, I ain't gonna hold you. The shock of your life is being a plush pal and then somebody throwing you around like you weigh a 150, and you be like, okay, all right, I'm gonna shut the fuck up today because clearly you got something you need to
though.
prove, and I'm gonna let you prove it every time.
To all my
But
voluptuous women out there, and I'm gonna let my sister finish her statement. If that man say sit down, you sit down. If he say he about to scoop you up, he about to scoop you up.
listen,
Cause baby, I done been scooped up a couple of times, and I was like, okay, sir.
listen, the under the thigh just hit. Oh wait, all right,
I ain't never had that before.
I wasn't ready. A little
Where you
warm.
do that at?
You know what I'm saying? It's just like, oh, okay, that's what we doing today. Hurt. Okay. All right.
Communication.
Hey, okay, you could have warned me, but then again, see here's another thing. Here's about silent communication
Mm.
because it becomes when you get to know your partner so well, it becomes a point where you can see the look on their face, and you know your ass is about to get
Your
it.
ass grass. Your
Because
ass.
that baby raised up one time, and I saw a look on his face. I was like, ooh, yep, mm-hmm. And sure enough, that motherfucking yanked me clean across. Child. Whew.
Baby, when I be making videos talking about I need a rock wilder, it's that rock wilder look. It's that bull that unseen red. Like, okay,
But that pit bull in them, that.
okay,
Mm.
sir. Okay.
But
Okay.
So back to one of the points you over here. Sorry. Back to I be forgetting. Anyway, back to one of the points that you made of why it's so important also to talk about likes, dislikes, and things like that is because, like you said, some people have triggers when it comes to certain things in the
Yeah.
bedroom. Um, One of the things that we kind of touched on a couple of weeks ago when I had the kink confirming therapist on was about the fact that there are some things that some people enjoy in the bedroom, some kinks, some fetishes that could trigger somebody in a very
Yeah.
negative way. And if you don't communicate some of those things,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying, it could turn bad real quick. But
Very.
also, communication and safety is super important also because I feel like when you're able to have a certain level of communication with someone about sex, that shows a certain level of respect and care, which means they're going to pay attention to if you start getting uncomfortable in the bedroom.
True.
And regardless of whether or not you use a safe word, they're going to check in with you. You okay?
Yeah.
You good? Because
Hmm.
I noticed the shift.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And once again, it's about being able to have that communication in the moment. Because
Hmm.
sometimes, a lot of people get nervous. Well, I don't want to ruin the moment, or I don't want them to be mad at me because I said no, or because I changed my mind and now I don't want to do it, and all this other stuff. But, excuse me, creating that
Hmm.
safe space, and that open line of communication should let your partner know, like, hey, this needs to be a pleasurable situation for both of us.
Correct.
If you are not feeling something that we're doing right now, you should feel free to say that. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And if at any time you do not feel comfortable because the person is going to get mad, or they actually get mad at you or something like that, and
Right.
then they try and coerce you into it, baby, that's right.
Hmm.
And you need to stop. You need to reevaluate whether or not you need to be with it. I'm gonna say it like it is over here on YouTube because
Hmm.
we ain't on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna call a spade a spade. That's right.
Hmm.
Because
It
at
is
that point, you've expressed that you're not comfortable with what is currently going on,
correct.
and it should stop. That you shouldn't have to go into any further detail or anything like that. The person should respect you enough to stop the situation at that point.
And I can say I would like to give a personal experience. Like for me, I came from a relationship where a person was verbally and physically abusive. So it's like sometimes yelling certain words was like triggers until I got into a relationship after that was made me very comfortable. And then it was like all of a sudden, like once this person got me into a very comfortable space because I know the things that I also like sexually, um, I was okay. But in the beginning, I was very triggered. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
it was like, but once we kind of talked about it and I was like, no, it's not you, it's da 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 da. This is what happened in my past, blah 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 blah. But once we got into a very familiar place and we talked about it, and like he allowed me to be in the forefront of it, and then he like took my cue. But like you said, it's you paying attention to your partner, it's you paying attention to the person that you're with to know when they give you that green light. That don't mean put the gas to the pedal to the metal, but it's like, that gives you the green light to proceed, and to keep going with, but to their comfort level.
Right. And that's a good point because I think that's one of the biggest things that I try when anybody asks me questions about BDSM, and especially if they've had some type of abuse, in their past.
Mm-hmm.
I tell them the beautiful thing about BDSM now, one, I would highly advise you to find a therapist to go to as you're doing this process.
True.
If you decide to use BDSM as a healing tool,
Mm-hmm.
because it can be used in that way.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but the beauty of it is the ways that you typically are triggered from abuse and pain can be changed in something pleasurable because now you have control over it.
That's true.
You control, let's say if you experience, choking in a relationship as a form of abuse, but now, you're trying to figure out how to turn it into a pleasurable sensation. You have control over how somebody can choke you, how long they can choke you, the force, all of this other kind of stuff. And as long as they yo ass over here.
Girl, I had a flashback. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Sorry,
listen,
sorry.
listen, I had one too, that's why it came to mind. Um
Lord, I had to call that man tonight. Okay, go ahead.
like
Sorry.
Lord, we're like, hey, what? Anyway,
Go ahead.
but it is. it's such a interesting thing to be able to almost turn the page on it. Is
Mm-hmm.
basically what you're able to do. But also to kind of to your story, somewhat of a similar situation. Like I've always been a very free person when it comes to sex and sexuality or whatever the case may be. Now
Right.
I am, if we're going to use all the terminologies, I identify as a cis heterosexual woman. Um, but baby, get it how you live out here in these streets. I don't judge nobody by no means. I be like, are you happy? As long as you happy, you ain't hurt yourself and you ain't hurt nobody else. Baby, do what you do.
Amen.
Um, but there were a lot of things that I wanted to explore. There were a lot of things that I wanted to try to experience, but I knew I couldn't do it with my last relationship because
Yeah.
I ain't trust that motherfucker. I ain't trust that big bitch as far as I could throw his ass.
You mean it.
Sorry, that was that
That
was a
was
bit
accurate.
much.
That's what she meant.
I mean, I said what I said. By all means, I said what I
Accurate.
said. But I didn't trust him. Like
Right.
I went to a dungeon with him. If you don't know what a dungeon is, basically it's a BDSM space where people get to practice different kinks and fetishes. Some of them don't allow sex, some of them do allow sex, but for the most part, you can go. They have classes about different kinks, such as impact play, knife play. Choking, all the different kinks and fetishes they typically have classes on, and it's a great place to immerse yourself in it and get some knowledge before you actually try and practice.
Right.
So in my pursuit of knowledge, we went to a couple of classes or whatever the case may be, and it was some stuff he wanted to do to me, and I was like, no, hell no. Even though I had interest in them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like one thing I did allow, we did some wax play. I didn't enjoy it, but I also feel like I didn't enjoy it because it was with him.
Right.
So I'm very interested to try it again and see what happens because I feel like in the safety of a person that I trust and
Mm-hmm.
that I know is going to listen to me and pay attention to how comfortable I am and not purposely trying to inflict the most pain on me. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I think it could be a very enjoyable experience.
I think so too.
Um, You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was kind of like it realizing that, especially once I left that relationship and I started, on my quote unquote healing journey and just learning more about myself, learning more about what I wanted sexually, especially going forward. Because one thing I told myself in this time of singleness that I've been having is like I'm not settling for less than what I know I want and what I
No, man.
deserve.
No, sir.
And a huge part of that is somebody who can match me sexually. Okay? Because no longer am I finna be up here half ass satisfied because you can't keep up. Because you want to put everybody has the right to their boundaries and their limits. But I need somebody whose boundaries and limits kind of match mine.
I want
Cause,
somebody with no boundaries.
listen, I'm about to say my no list
It's
is
very little. It is. I'm not gonna lie. And then, like I said, I feel like that's another reason why I desire marriage because I feel like there's a whole chamber of arsenal that I have not yet.
listen.
But listen, it's like, and I feel like that is the highest level of comfortability. I'm not saying that people that are not married do not have that, so do not misconstrue my words. But I just feel like for me, I just want to adorn my husband with every essence of who I am. And I just want to enjoy him to the highest form of enjoying him and he enjoy me to the highest form as the same way. And it's just like that, just that thought process. Cause like right now I have very slim boundaries right now. And if I'm in a relationship where I'm very comfortable, I will explore.
Listen. I have found a safety that I never knew. And the fact that I have adult money,
That's even worse though, ain't it? Ain't
shit.
that worse?
Let me tell you
Ain't
something.
that worse?
Let me tell you
Ain't
something.
that
Be
worse though?
happy.
Ain't
Be
that
happy
worse
I didn't
though?
be happy I didn't purchase this house. Let's just say that, okay? Because the way I would have been tricked out so much shit up in this motherfucker, Because I'm telling you, whenever me and my husband get a house,
Nasty.
there's gonna be a room that you do not want to venture into. That is
It's
none of your business.
connection time.
Don't. It's right. It's gonna be very much. Don't look behind the curtain, like in the Wizard of Oz. Don't look behind the curtain because that ain't none of your business back there.
Very much so. A thumb lock will be needed.
Okay.
Yes,
I scan a retina scan or something to get up in this
because I can't.
motherfucker.
I wouldn't
Because
even trust my family members with a key because they
hell
might
no, them
find it. Tell me I was cleaning up. No, you was not cleaning up in the back of my closet, heifer.
right. Somebody in there trying to pick the goddamn lock. Get your ass away from my goddamn shit. For you scar your own self for the rest of your damn
Listen,
life trying to be fucking nosy.
girl.
But it's been such an interesting journey because now granted I have always been a person who was like everybody does not deserve
Speak on it.
top level sex. Now that don't mean that if they get sea level sex that is bad because I got great reviews.
Speak on
But that level of communication and safety that has to be present for you to get that full openness where I'm willing to try and do some things that I probably said I would never do.
Come back to
Baby,
us, Irene. Come back to
sorry.
us.
Listen, cause it be, hey, when you find yourself venturing down a road and you hadn't found the end of the road yet, and
Listen,
it keep going, and you keep finding new shit to do,
it's
and then
damn
you
near
send,
scary. I'm not even gonna lie. It's damn near scary because it's like I think we both. This is the problem. I think we both have very creative brains, and that is the
hmm.
problem. Cause it's like, and then okay, let me tell y'all this: to have a person that has a creative brain, and then the next person that's just willing, is train wreck.
And see, here's the problem. Here's also
You're
something
like,
funny.
can we? They're like,
You're especially because you're talking to two women who are very spoiled naturally. We come from fathers who spoil us. So
okay,
now you're
but
talking about you're taking a male role in my life and you're not telling me no
no.
because listen, telling me yes to some crazy ass shit that I thought up is way better than anything you can buy me. If you want to go along with my bullshit,
All of it, sir, sir. You just gonna let me have my way like this, sir. I love you. If you want a wife, just say that.
if that's what you trying to do, you trying to make me a wife, just say that, my
If
boy,
you want
because
a wife, just say that, sir.
come on, Oscar
Cause
worthy of performance. Because
listen.
I'm just saying, like, everybody don't deserve it.
No, they don't.
And
No, they don't. And people don't understand or realize that. And listen, and it goes back again all about to comfortability and communication and being
mm,
a safe space for somebody. And I don't. People want to eliminate that portion of creating a bond with somebody, but if you do that, I'm like she said, the way your intimacy level and your sex life goes is so. Oh my god, it's out of body. I don't like dead ass. Like I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it's so out of body. It defies all time. You don't know how long you've been doing what. It just girl.
listen,
It just you. I'd be like, I've been down here for how long? We've been doing this
listen.
for
Oh,
how long?
hey, hey,
Lord, I hear the birds. The sun has just come up.
the birds are chirping. The trees are moving. What is happening? The
What?
sun is peeking out.
And
Ciao.
then y'all take a nap and just do it again and just enjoy the moment. Enjoy and then be giggling, laughing. We eat. We just and it's like again at that point
Eat,
y'all just each
fuck,
other
sleep,
say,
repeat.
honey.
Listen, and so to this this conversation is a huge reason why I did the sexual awakening journal. And
Yes.
baby, when I tell you, it was such a process for me to get this done. Y'all have no fucking clue. So, but one of the questions that I have in here it says, "Are there any new fantasies or role playing scenarios you like to explore with your partner or solo. Because baby, you can role play with yourself. You ain't gotta wait to have a partner. Because sometimes you may want to take yourself out on a date, have a quick little, sexy night just to yourself. But let me tell you why this particular question is extremely important, and also why being able to have a safe space of communication with your partner makes this question so important. So this question is important, one, because it gives you all the time to kind of be free, think outside the box, especially if you're talking about in a partnership.
Mm-hmm.
It gives you time to like be playful with each other, not be so serious, not be so, in your head, because especially, and I'm pretty sure men probably have these moments as well, but I
Mm-hmm.
know for a fact majority of women already have body image issues, and we're already thinking about how we look when we do certain things and all this other kind of stuff. But to be able to role play with your partner and get outside of your head and all of this other kind of stuff can be a very fun thing. But and I'm gonna give you an example of why this is so important. This is where communication, and let me be very definitive when I say this, not just basic communication, but comprehension also comes into play,
Different,
right?
different.
Which means you're listening to your partner to understand what they're saying, not to respond. You're
Exactly.
actually taking in what they're saying, you're digesting it, and you can have an honest dialogue about it. Prime example, the last relationship I was in, um, I told this fool that I had a fantasy. It was like, oh, okay, what is your fantasy? So I told him my fantasy is to strap down a big booty chick. I don't want to fuck her though. Like I don't want to have to physically do shit else to her. Like I need her to be primed and ready by somebody else. Come over here, touch your toes, get on all fours, whatever the fuck the position is. You gonna take these strokes till I'm tired. Then your ass can leave, and my man is gonna dock and gonna top me off. That is G. And I know my friend, I know Chupi is. If Chupi watches, she cringe because she like Irene. You can't be like that.
Why not?
I'm just saying. That's why it's a fantasy. I'm not, and if it happened, it happened. If it don't, it don't. It's not something I'm dead set on. But this is where comprehension and communication is extremely important because what this motherfucker heard was, "Ooh, we can have a threesome." No, bitch. What part of I don't want to touch her?
I didn't say you touch her either. I said
That
you
part,
finish me off once I yeah.
right? You can sit in a corner and watch by all means, and then she can go back to where she came from, and then it's me and you until we pass out. you know.
Oh
And it's like he turned it into, oh, we get to have a threesome.
no.
And I'll be 100% honest with you, trying to be compromising. I was like, listen, I have no desire to be with a woman in that way.
Mm.
I said, but we can try it. We can try it if it'll make you happy. Because one thing about it, I'm all about in a relationship, I'm willing to compromise on some shit and I'm willing
Yeah.
to try things to make my partner happy. At this point, I'm gonna tell you hell no because I it ain't gonna work because clearly, cause baby, let me tell you what happened.
Oh Lord. Hold on. Wait a minute, y'all.
There was one particular chick that we were having communications with, and if y'all can tell, I do have a pretty dominant side. Um, and it take a lot for you to access the soft side of me, the submissive side of me, because off rip you gonna get the dominant.
Mm-hmm.
So we in communication with this one chick, and I was like, all right, here's the requirements that we looking for because this is a one time thing, bitch. This not finna be like we not finna be in a poly relationship because my temper ain't set up for that. It just ain't. Um, and so this is what we're looking for. So she was sending pictures over or whatever the case may be, and she kept sending pictures of like her titties and said, bitch, I don't give a fuck about your goddamn titties. Do you have ass or not? Because right now it's looking like you ain't got no ass.
No ass.
None. You starting to make me think you look like the capital letter P up in this bitch. And you about to piss me off. Yeah, and yeah, that I did say, and I said it. I ain't gonna hold you. I literally said that. He was like, you can't talk to her like that. Why?
What
This bitch ain't gonna be
she
a
has
regular
one
occurrence.
job. She
Right.
had one job.
Come in, do your job, go about your motherfucking business. I
She
know
had one.
that sounds real aggressive, and it is what it is. But that's what I said, and that's how you know that I ain't. Cause I'm like, bitch, I'm just it's one thing we trying to get accomplished here. You trying to do too fucking much. Put them put them watermelons the fuck away, bitch. I don't give a fuck. Unless they on your back, oh,
Cause
I don't care.
I
You know what I'm saying? So needless to say, that situation never happened. One
You had one job, ma'am. One
job.
job.
One fucking job.
One
And
job.
you know,
And a
but
lot of
yeah,
people don't
so
even understand, like when you like he talking about don't talk to her like that. You gotta understand we coming into an agreement. This is business at this point. This is something that we about to agree upon, and then we gonna all go on about our lives. So why you trying to tell me don't talk? No, no,
this is a
sir.
transactional situation.
Thank you.
Leave your fucking emotions at the
Thank
door.
you.
There was a requirement that needed to be met, bitch. If you can't meet it, move the fuck out. It's just that goddamn simple.
Listen.
It's literally that goddamn simple. You know what I'm saying? Baby, and I had to go off on shot. Let me tell it was a mess. Okay. I'm not gonna get into all of it. Was a hot fucking mess. So just know the shit never fucking happened.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep that last statement to myself because that was a petty ass statement that was about to come out. Oof.
Lord, look at the growth. Thank you, Jesus.
Cause
Look at God.
baby. That was a petty ass statement that was about to come out. But at the end of the day, the thing about it was my communicate what I when communicating what I wanted,
Mm-hmm.
um, I should have been firmer in my communication. I will say that that was something that I learned from that situation. I should have been firmer in in my communication of what I genuinely wanted. Because at the end of the day, technically, this was supposed to be fulfilling of my fantasy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He decided to hijack it to try and make it his own. And his ultimate goal genuinely was to try and end up in some type of poly relationship.
Sir, if you can't satisfy the one woman you have, how are you going to add to it? She didn't say it, but I fucking did. At K Simone, if you want to find me. Sorry, not sorry.
But I digress. Because, mm,
I said it for
and,
you.
and I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
No worries. I got you, sis.
She said the
I got,
quiet part
I
out
got
loud. She said the quiet part out loud. But I mean, but that's a problem. If when your partner tells you a fantasy that they have,
you. Mm-hmm.
and you cannot focus on it being their fantasy and
Right.
you not hijacking it to try and fulfill something, some other agenda that you have,
Mm-hmm.
then you're not listening. You not, and that's poor communication.
It
You know what I'm
is.
saying? And then what happens is, at least for me, what the ultimate result was, now I don't trust you
I don't.
because you're not listening to me. You just
I
want to
don't.
take advantage of the fact that I can be free and open and experimental at times,
Mm-hmm.
and you want to take that and you want to abuse it.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
You want to turn, you know what I'm saying? And typically, and a lot of times, that's what happens in relationships, not just on the sexual aspect of it, but just in general. Somebody communicates something to you
Mm-hmm.
that they want or desire in a relationship, and you try and manipulate it, such as this fool knew that one of my top love languages is physical touch,
Mm-hmm.
but he couldn't understand, he couldn't comprehend that physical touch is not just for sex. And
Thank you.
it got to the point the only time he would delve out physical touch to me is when he wanted sex. So it was kind of like put like hanging a carrot in front of a horse just so you can get him to walk type shit. And now I feel some type of way because now you playing with me. Let's just say let's be happy I'm not in jail.
Thank you, Jesus.
Amen. Praise the Lord, saints. I want to do it.
Yeah, I get it though,
Cause
because it's like, and I feel like that's just the selfishness of a person that's just coming out at that point. It's like, um, you heard me, but you wasn't listening. And then it's like, and then I also question, it's like, at that point, was my pleasure even anywhere
important.
near important to you?
Right.
Because to me, if I was a guy, my girl told me that was her fantasy. It's like, do you understand, if you supported her enough to execute that right, the type of night that you would experience, dummy?
Child.
It's like, why you just can't listen?
Because the I feel like the energy
Mhm.
that a pleasured woman has
Oh my god.
supersedes anything you probably have ever. And when I say a pleasured woman, I don't mean you fucked her good,
Nope.
but I'm saying you have pleased this woman across levels.
Out of body.
Her her brain can be clear with. That's one of the biggest reasons why a lot of women cannot enjoy sex is because we be having too much shit going on in our
And
in our
be
head.
overthinking. You be thinking too much. You be really thinking too much. But when you can just turn your brain off and then, just like I say, be out of body with it and just enjoy the moment of what you're in. And like I said, sometimes when you are in that type of mode with that person, y'all will wake up the next day like, what the hell did we just do? Like, because you really just be in that mode, anything will freaking go. And you be like,
Hey,
yeah, I said I wasn't gonna do this. You said you weren't gonna do
and here we are doing the shit that we
that.
said we weren't gonna do. You be sitting back like,
I know, but people don't understand, those moments are so amazing, and a lot of people will never know what that feels like because they are so afraid to emotionally connect and mentally connect, or even drop that barrier of walls to communicate with somebody that in that way, to even know that level of intimacy though.
yeah. I mean, I'm guilty of that, baby, because I be holding on to my Great Wall of China. I ain't even gonna hold you. I be holding on to that motherfucker for dear life.
It's some people that
But
you really can't no more. At that point, it's like, you know what? Like, okay, you
listen,
okay no more. It's like,
I just
you got it. Whatever it is you were trying to accomplish when you came here for these few months,
listen.
you got it. You got it.
It's all yours, player. You
Listen,
good.
and it's like, my fantasy is the consensual and non-consensual, because I know I'm a naturally dominant person, y'all, and for me to like let go fully, for me to let go fully is my fantasy. I have not quite yet found the person that I could feel like I could just totally and not want to like like jump
So
in, like, okay,
I
let me
know.
let me
Listen.
but and I feel like that in
Ooh,
that way I wouldn't have really a choice, but I'm gonna enjoy it if a person does it correctly. And I feel like that would probably have to happen with a husband to me, because like, I don't know, but that is to me a fantasy of mine, to completely let go and to completely just let myself be somebody's playground without doing anything.
oh, same.
Because that's
I'm not
hard, because
gonna.
it's hard also because I love to pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
I like the reaction also. So to me, it's hard also because I naturally wanna, you
Every
know,
time.
and for me to just sit back and not, and for somebody to be like, no, 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 stop. Oh my god, the thought of that.
Yeah, my muscles just tensed up. I don't know what you got. Listen, my
When
whole
you be like, no,
arm
no,
went.
no, no, no,
Ugh.
no, 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 stop, 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 no, 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 no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna put these on your hands so you won't be geared to touch me or do no, no, no. But this is that's
Oh
the
yeah.
girl.
Since your
Hurry up,
back,
please,
you gonna
sir.
have to you gonna have to tie my you gonna have to tie me at
You
all
gonna
four
have to tie
points.
me up. You gonna
You
have
gonna
to
have to
tie
tie me
me up.
down.
You gonna have to make sure that I can't touch you. So.
Yeah, that's the only way that's gonna happen.
So
Baby,
yeah,
if you give me, cause listen, I may be a plush fan, but baby, I am stealthy, baby. Cause when I tell you, I will.
I laughed at myself. So y'all, The way that I know if I've lost weight, because I don't look at scales, is my endurance. So if I know I ride like 5 minutes longer than I
She like, yeah, damn, I didn't, okay.
I bitch done lost my good 10 pounds.
You know what I'm saying? It makes a difference. Listen,
It do.
it makes a
And it's like once you
fucking
feel like you're a day, I'm like, yeah, I know I've been losing weight because I can feel like, I can be on my knees.
shit just be feeling different. You be like,
It
ooh,
do. I'm like,
okay,
we throw this
all
back a
right.
little longer.
A little longer, a little harder, you know what I'm saying? I got a little bit more movement in this situation.
Girl,
But,
you just listen.
but that's a real thing because
It's
I very much is that's something I also desire is to be able to completely let go.
yes.
Um, I don't know if
I
I
feel
want to
like
say
I
that out
know one
loud.
person that I want to do that with, but I would never say out loud.
Listen, you probably go, I don't know if I want to say that out loud. That's how crazy as a motherfucker to say this shit out loud.
I just say, you know who you
Mm,
is, though.
you know, you
Her.
know.
Shout
Shout out to you. Shout out to
out to
you.
you if you watch it.
You know.
We ain't shit. We ain't shit. If y'all don't see me back on this show no more, it's because I see bad.
I'm gonna get so you like talking shit about it. Hey, listen, hey,
Communication in the bedroom.
right, communication. Because sometimes you got to give out a communication when you ain't giving the communication, but they see the
True.
communication, they
But
catch the
it goes to the
communication.
question that you was asking, like what is that one thing that you would want? And again, you have to communicate that to your partner and say, hey, this is my fantasy. Um, and know that they are okay and they can handle you correctly in that fantasy. Cause that's another thing that's key is like, can that person actually execute it to what you have in your head? And make sure
Yeah,
they handle you in a way that that fulfills that fantasy, but also handle you in a way that you still. It's crazy because it's like out of all this absolutely insanity stuff that we do, it's like you still want to feel loved in the process.
listen because
Like,
I
show me
am
what you love me.
I am wholeheartedly baby. The grading praise pink is
Yes,
baby. The names that you can probably call me in the heat of the moment is absolutely disgusting.
but I know you love
Now,
me.
right, and because I know it's out of a place of love. I do. I know it comes from a good place. I
Yes,
know that you don't mean no malice with it or nothing like
yes.
that. I do. I do. And I love it even more.
I know because you scratching your eyebrow.
Because I'm trying to stay focused. I'm trying to
I'm
stay
just
focused.
saying, it's like the fact that like they do all that, like you just all just said, and then when it's over, they just be the sweetest person. Like, oh, come here,
Okay,
and
cuddles
you be
and
like,
shit. Ain't it? Mhm,
you little
mhm.
motherfucker,
You just treated me like a fucking rag doll.
right? You just the way you just violated my whole soul, and now you just a gentle teddy bear.
But then here you go. You be like, hmm.
You like, yes, yes, sir.
Aye, aye, Captain.
All the rest of y'all get this gangster shit though. Don't get it twisted.
Hey,
Don't
okay.
get it twisted.
This for the rest of you motherfuckers is Kevin Gates. Okay.
Don't get it twisted. And it's like people don't understand the level, and that goes back to communication and comfortability. You have to understand that the way a person talks to me, that I built that bond with, is gonna be totally different than anybody else can talk to me or get that
Right.
type of emotion out of me. And again, that comes with communication, creating a bond, creating a friendship, and all that other stuff. And it's like it all stems down to building an amazing connection through communication. And it's like just enjoy the journey, if anything, because I know we ain't got that much time left. Enjoy the journey of getting to know somebody. Enjoy the journey of just talking to each other, communing with each other, communicating with each other. And like she said earlier, it makes intimacy and sex life just so
So
much.
much.
It do. Because I swear, like, anytime you walk up to that person that you get that connection with, you just want to lick them. I'm like, why every time I want to see her, I just want to lick your face. I don't care if we at
Okay.
Target. I don't care if we
Just
at Home
wanna
Depot. I don't care where we at.
just wanna bite that like right here on your arm.
Right? Like, Like, girl, can you
And
just
because
pull off
it is.
yourself?
Let me tell you something.
No, I
Let me tell
can't.
you something. It is a very specific spot that I have such a I be wanting to bite every single time, and it's always like on the it. I just be looking. I be like,
At least I know I'm not the
I'm
only
not gonna bite
biter.
this man.
Thank you. I feel so. See me, us,
No.
you, us, never apart. Mm-hmm.
But no, and you know what? I'm gonna give you an example of that before we wrap everything up of the of why the communication is so important.
Yes.
There's an individual out there who caught themselves wanting to get to know me,
Mm.
right? For whatever reason, people love to approach me be like, nah, I'm gonna be your husband one day, and you sure about that? You sure about that?
Abort.
But right, because I ain't gonna hold you. You tell me some shit like that, I automatically go guards up.
Mm-hmm.
Automatically go guards up.
Cause you know. Yeah.
Right. But this particular person feels like they can claim ownership on me in certain ways. And it's like, bro. And I had to break shit down. I said, bro, we don't need to talk on a consistent enough basis for you to claim anything. So how the fuck you think you got the audacity to 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 make claim on anything that I do, I say, or whatever the fuck I got going on? To make it make sense.
Where they do that at?
Girl, you don't even communicate on a regular basis.
Mm-mm.
Not even a hi on a regular basis. What you think you got some pull or some bullshit? Boy, you can kiss my whole
They
black
be
ass.
having. They really do be having the audacity though. They really do. And I
Sometimes
get it. I get it, and I'm gonna tell
I'm
you
glad
why.
you do.
I'm gonna say it really quickly because the people that they entertain outside of you make it so easy, and that is the problem. And I'm like, okay, if I'm not that easy, you can go do whatever it is you want to do with whoever you want to do with it. But you gotta understand, just because you talk to that person, it came to you very quickly, baby. Over here, it's not that easy.
It's not the same.
It's not.
We we are not the same.
I'm just saying, Ruth Chris is harder to get than McDonald's.
Mm,
I said what the fuck I said.
well,
I'm sorry. I'm gonna get it. Let me stop. Yeah, I'm gonna get it.
I mean,
Yeah. I didn't. She
it,
didn't say it though. I said it. So y'all don't be mad at her. But nothing that I say. I said that shit.
bitch, say kiss my goddamn ass. Who the fuck gonna be mad at
At
me?
Taste them all. I even open my DMs. Thank you.
That I open my DMs. I'm not opening my DMs. You can argue
My
with your
DMs stay
goddamn self.
closed. Some guy on TikTok was like, "How anybody supposed to communicate with you if your DMs always closed?" I said exactly.
Point blank, baby.
So you went to Instagram to find me.
I think you just answered your own goddamn question. That's
Mm-mm.
like I was telling somebody, baby, if you don't pique my interest enough in conversation,
Thank you.
like if you're in my live or just back and forth communication, in
Exactly.
my comments, or if you don't have interesting enough content for me to want to follow you back, I don't know what to say. You better pray to the good Lord above that He put something on my spirit and say, follow this one back. That's what you better pray. No, don't. Matter of fact, yeah, you can pray for it because me and God already got good communication going on this good young discernment. I think I did all right so far. So, cause baby, I done seen some shit where I'm like, ooh, that was a damn bullet I dodged right there. Cause some of you niggas,
Your last thoughts on communication, ma'am. This was fun.
I
By
know,
the way,
right?
I do want to say thank you so much for having me on here, and I love our friendship, I love our sistership and our sisterhoodship, whatever that shit is, because it's the
Hmm.
Patron right now. And
I'm
I
with
just
you.
want to say thank you so much. I feel like our friendship makes me better, and I appreciate that so much. Thank you.
I I can plus one that I can definitely agree. That girl, I sound like I'm at work. But I definitely agree with that. Cause this y'all would not believe it. We have not met in person. But this is a genuine friendship that has grown
Yet
right yet. Cause it's coming. And baby,
we gonna
ooh,
go to jail
probably.
probably.
Um, but we got bail money. It's fine. That's we do some big shit around here. We got bail money for anything that we do.
We sure
Trust
do.
me.
We sure do.
Um, so we'll be all right. But no, in all seriousness, like I genuinely appreciate our friendship, the one that people see online and the one that they don't know about offline.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's very few people that check on you.
Right. Amen.
You know what I'm saying? People, some people will fuck with you, but not everybody check on you.
Ooh, quoted,
So
quoted,
listen,
copyright. Don't you do it? Don't.
you
She just copyrighted that.
know. So, cause listen, we can get
That's
into
true
to a
though.
whole lot of shit, but at the end of the day, I genuinely appreciate it. Hence the reason why I knew that we could rock with this topic tonight.
Yeah.
But my final thoughts on communication is, I, here's my hope for any and everybody who's currently watching it and who watches the replay. I hope that you find yourself in relationship with people, not
Mm,
just a romantic one, but also in friendship, also in family. But I
yes.
pray that you find yourself in relationship with people who care enough about you to want to take the time to be able to listen to you,
Mm,
comprehend what you're saying, and that you also can give that to them in return. Because although we focus heavily tonight on communication in a romantic setting, communication is important across the board. It's important in every type of relationship that you have, and it only makes us stronger and it makes us better.
yeah.
And if you are an individual who are and you're having struggles with communication, specifically in your relationship, I highly encourage you to check out my sexual awakening journal. There are a lot of prompt questions in there that can help you get past some things, help you sort out some things, and even help you get your thoughts together that you do want to communicate with your partner.
Mhm.
Um, so, check the link in the description. If you go to my website, thequeendomme.com, TheQueendomme.com, you can definitely find it there. So, okay, Simone.
What she said. Get the book. It starts an amazing conversation between you and your partner, or you and the potential. And if they can't answer them questions, leave them the fuck alone. We love you.
Tell people where they can find you at Silly.
Oh, at K Simone, at simply K dot Simone, all social medias, and simply K Simone.com.
And make sure y'all going over there and getting them seasonings because, baby, they
Yes, but
delicious.
not right now because he's redesigning my website, so it's down to the 25th.
So, the 25th. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool, 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 cool. They give me time to, because I need to do my
she ain't
inventory
buying
on
shit.
what I got
She not buying shit. Not a motherfucking thing.
to. Anyway, y'all can find me across all social media, Irene the Passion Queen. Make sure y'all go ahead and download that track, Worshipper. If you have not had a chance to go listen to it, I'm loving all the feedback that I'm getting from it. And it is a sound on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking to see what y'all gonna do with this sound on TikTok, baby. Come on, cause I'm trying to do it some
Ooh,
sexy shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
trying to get
maybe
y'all
I
pregnant.
should do a contest.
I think you should. I be looking for a reason to act bad, so I think you should do one.
I think I'm gonna do a contest. All right,
You
baby,
should do a
baby.
contest, and then the part. You know how like you did like the basket giveaways for was that what was that? Was that what holiday was that?
That was for Valentine's Day.
I think you should do that again.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, 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 okay. All right, baby, baby. All right, so yeah, so y'all keep an eye out on my TikTok. I will be posting details sometime this week about what it is, how to get involved in this good young contest. If it'll be sometime this week. I ain't finna tell y'all what day. Just keep an eye on my TikTok.
Just keep an eye
Uh,
back.
right. But catch us here, or well, definitely me. We definitely gonna have K back sooner than later. But the Queendom will definitely return every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Central, 8 Eastern. Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all also get y'all tickets for Private Poetry. Our
Yes.
open mic night is the 27th. Yes. We have our next open mic on the 27th. We also have our October in person show coming up, 50 Shades of Seduction. And baby, when I tell you it's going to be some real sexy shit,
I heard it's
yeah,
a VIP.
baby, and the VIP is beds. The VIP packages, they come with champagne for two people. You
Ooh.
can add up to four people to the package if you want
Mhm.
to for an additional cost. Um, but just, if you go, click the link in my bio of any of my social media platforms, you will definitely see the information there. I'll make sure, I don't think it's in the description box right now, but I'll make sure to get all that information as well in the description box.
Hmm.
But per usual, thank y'all so much for rocking with us. Hopefully you shared this with some people. Y'all got some information out of it, and I'll talk to y'all later.